Okay? 3, 2, 1.
You're broke, card got declined.
You don't have any money, your wallet is empty.
You're broke, insufficient funds.
It's not even pricey, just do it like Nike.
You're broke, overdraft fee.
Wanna buy all the rig, but my pockets ain't thick.
'Cause I'm broke, pockets not thick.
I'm broke.
You're broke, bitch.
So to understand the reason fashion is priced so steep at the highest level, we have to start at the bottom and break down all the price brackets in general. So I've gone ahead and broken it down into 3 tiers, and they're gonna be essential or fast fashion, the middle class, and then luxury. If we're running it like food, it's gonna be like fast food, boomer food, and fine dining. Each tier is worthy of their price bracket, and we gotta start with the essential or fast fashion. But before we even pull into the drive-thru, I wanna make a big announcement for the Respect Women clothing brand at the end of the video, so stay tuned because this is the best capsule yet, I promise. It's the last one rounding out the year, or the decade, wow. And I put a lot into this, so stick around to the end of the video because I've been having mental breakdowns. So essential or fast fashion is at the lowest price bracket because we gotta look good somehow. Not all of us have money, and a lot of the companies will pull strings to make sure that our broke asses can look fly. And sometimes those strings are like quality, or labor, or integrity for some of you. But sometimes you just pull too many strings, and then you just play the wrong song. Honestly, at this rate, we can start a band. Call it Brokehampton or something. I don't know, this is just off the top of my head. No, but the reason the prices are so low is because there's compromise somewhere. Sure, it may look good, it may even feel good, but if it's too good to be true, it usually is. Not to say all budget fashion is bad though, like Uniqlo. Why? Dude, I suck. Like Uniqlo, great example of a brand that has low prices, but exceptional quality. You're not gonna get anything crazy, but if we're speaking wardrobe essentials and the building blocks to any style, you probably won't find anything better. Uniqlo is like the Chick-fil-A of fashion. You know, there's only good things to say about it, and it's simple. But nobody's gonna go to Chick-fil-A and ask for some filet mignon, just as nobody's gonna go to Uniqlo and ask for some calfskin leather raised heel Chelsea boots. That's where you go to Popeyes. You got essentials, solid, good price, no complaints, but there are fast food places that will feel good in the moment, and then you feel like crap for the rest of the day. It's just like, it's like Jack in the Box or Forever 21. But overall, this price bracket of fashion is really hit or miss. Sometimes you'll find pieces that'll give you a run for your money, and sometimes you'll find pieces that will just run with your money. Stop judging me. Only I get to decide what I do with my money. No, but really, pick your battles here because it's like a minefield, you know? You never know what you're gonna get. Who said that? Forrest Gump? Next up, we got the middle class, and this part of fashion is, okay, I know you're probably wondering, what the f was that screenshot? Okay, let me explain. I'm not actually spending, what is that, $900 a month on McDonald's. I just like to title all of my Venmo payments like that because it's funny, you know? Okay, so this middle class, huh? What's that all about? This is where I think fashion starts to slowly transcend more than just how things look on you, but also how things kind of make you feel and how pieces associate with you as a person. I'll give an example. Like Jordans, you're not taking jump shots all day. Sure, they look good, of course, you know, they look amazing, but also they tell a story and have a culture. This is something that's not necessarily tangible. Like you can't feel the quality of the culture or whatever, you know? I'm not gonna sit here and touch the shoe over and over and be like, yeah, I can feel the calfskin leather quality of this urban street culture of the 90s, or whatever people want to talk about. It's just how it makes you feel and how you feel wearing them. It's something you can't measure, but it is something you're down to pay for. Whether it be retail or resell, it's a matter of how much that connects with you, or also how much you like Travis Scott. But honestly, that's the point. That's fine. Another example outside of streetwear culture is like build quality or longevity. Like a solid pair of Japanese denim. Those boys can run you a long time and also feel amazing. They literally become accustomed to your legs and mold away over time that a cheap pair of jeans won't be able to do. My favorite pair of these Keisubi jeans, they're not Japanese, they're an Australian fashion label, but they do it for me and they last a while. And okay, but that's just me justifying. I really just bought this denim because Travis Scott had a collab with them, and haha, rodeo was his best work. No, but really, I love this brand. Been wearing it since like 2014 or 2013, but that's besides the point. The price bracket of clothes is kind of like homemade meals. It's gonna cost a bit more, it takes some time, but it just feels better, and you're gonna feel better. Having a more choice closet with quality pieces is a lot more viable than going in and out of fast fashion all the damn time. Yeah, don't go to In-N-Out. In-N-Out sucks. That's that fast fashion crap. The middle class, where prices are still reasonable and the value is there both literally and figuratively. I feel this is where most people land when you start to actually care about your wardrobe selection. But I won't lie, sometimes money is tight, so you kind of just find your way in between. So the last tier on this list is luxury, aka the 1%, aka why would you pay this much for a insert literal explanation of the object. You're so dumb. You know what I mean? Like why do people say that? Like you can make that statement to make anything look unreasonable. Like why would you pay $1,000 for a glass brick? That's an iPhone. Why would you pay thousands of dollars a year for something that you literally shit out in 24 hours with the proper fiber intake? And that's food. Why would you pay to be depressed? That's your adult life. See what I mean? Of course, unlike fashion, you actually need these things. You know, well, you don't need the life part, you know. I feel dying is more reasonable. Is that a tax write-off? But taking things too literally is just a heel for negativity. In terms of luxury fashion, it's expensive because the demographic it's targeted to can afford it. Like at this level, you're not really selling a product or a service anymore. More so, it's just the feeling and the status. This is the tier where I feel artistry really starts to transcend the value of necessity, and sometimes that's what makes life interesting. You know, a pair of off-white ones probably gonna walk you the same amount of miles as a pair of Chicago ones, or honestly even a pair of GR ones. But there are 3 tiers for a reason. We've talked about the qualities of these 2 already, and that's usually all you really need for your day-to-day. But sometimes being irrational is the spice of life, you know? So the question still stands. Why is fashion so expensive? Well, to give my answer, it's not because you're broke, but because sometimes there's a price to pay for a certain feeling in life. And if you think a brand does a good enough job to encapsulate that, you'll pay the price for expression. And in a world where art and meaning go further than the literal dollar value of the materials, it's a justified purchase. And on the topic of story and feeling, I want to take a moment to talk about the last capsule of the year, or actually, wow, the decade. You know, I like saying that, it just makes it bigger deal than it actually is. So I officially started the clothing line back in April with the first launch, and now I'm rounding out the decade with the 5th capsule, and it's gonna be themed duality. So I mess around a lot of my videos, as you can tell. I mean, you made it here. Kind of wondering what you're doing with your life. But honestly, this is my one way of pouring my heart and soul into a message that might actually bring some value into the world, and I'm thankful that you guys are here to listen. So here's the capsule. It's launching Friday, November 29, Black Friday at 3 p.m. EST and 12 p.m. PST as usual. And I wanted to tell the story behind the concept and the design for a second because there's a lot here, I promise. I really thought this one through, and I think this means the most to me than all of them. The concept behind duality is finding acceptance and positivity in both the good and bad parts of life. I'm drinking kale juice and meditating, I don't care. Going through both of these emotions just in this year alone, I'm personally at the happiest I've ever been. I talked about my depression in capsule 2, but now looking back at it, I'm so thankful it happened. Why? Why am I happy that I was sad? Because that part of my life was necessary, and it had to happen for me to be where I am now, and more importantly, me to be who I am now. And learning and accepting those tough times in turn makes me love and appreciate the special moments even more. The graphic is a play on the creation of Adam by Leonardo da Vinci, but instead of God and man, it's realigned with 2 different artistic renderings of female hands. One side is a realistic pen and paper sketch comped with a real photograph of New York. The other side is an anime comical style hand comped with an 8-bit rendering of the same spot in Brooklyn. And it goes deeper. This capsule was in collaboration with 2 of New York's best female artists and animators, my good friends Cypherden and Tabs, and I really wanted to go into more detail with their part of the concept thoroughly. So I'll have an individual feature for each of them on the Respect Women Instagram at Respect Women NYC coming throughout the week. This capsule is coming in 3 variants: a black hoodie, a charcoal gray t-shirt, and a heather gray champion reverse sweep hoodie. But the 3 shades of gray play the effect of all the shades of life, and I think this was just a really nice touch that came together at the end. Since it's launching Black Friday, the prices will be discounted for the first 48 hours with free shipping in the mainland US for orders over $50. And the champion hoodie is going to be a super limited run since it's really just a bit pricey to make. But I can assure you that this is the best hoodie that I've ever made. But at the end of the day, money is money, so the stock is really low because I'm not ballin'. But I really want to make something cool. Even the last drop, which had more stock than this one, sold out almost too fast. The hoodie sold out in under an hour, and the shirt sold out by the end of the first day. So just keep that in mind, I guess. But this is probably the most concept-driven capsule I've ever made, and I'm incredibly happy how it came out. I can't wait for you guys to cop a piece on Black Friday. But until then, thank you so much for just giving me the platform to share these stories with y'all. You know, it really means a lot for me to be able to open up this much, and I hope that you can take away even just a little bit from every capsule. Follow the brand Instagram at RespectWomenNYC to stay tuned with everything. Also, I'm almost at 10K on here, so follow it so I can do those swipe up things on the story. But again, just thank you so much for supporting the brand message in general. It really means a lot.